feeling cold air blowing made you shivers and you were about to get up to go to room. Suddenly tall figure sat beside you and a warm coat dropped over you. You looked at sideways. He had just taken bath and with his clear skin and water still dripping from his wet hair. Why you didn't even wipe your hair? The sea breeze was so strong at night and he just came out wearing pajamas with that wet hair. I'm fine, and you don't know how to wear more clothes in the middle of night. It's seaside place. You shrunk your shoulders. If I feel cold, then I would have entered the room myself. But you just finished bathing. You wanted to ruffle his hair, but he grabbed your wrists. This action was little violent when he pulled you into his embrace and you were plugged into. What's wrong? You notice there is something happening with him. He lowered his head to bury his head onto the crook of your neck. The cool feeling made your body tremble and you subconsciously pushed his body. But you heard a dull apology. I'm sorry. You were stunned. Did you hear wrongly? Why this man feeling sad? Why are you apologizing me? Everything is good going between you two and no one is on fault. Then why? He reached out to pull you closer to him and his voice heard extremely hoarse. Will you forgive me? Whatever happened in the past, you won't leave me again, right? He hugged you a little tighter. You didn't say anything but nodded. You had him to feel that you were with him and stretched out your hands to rub his back. In the quiet night, you heard sea breeze making sound and his heartbeat and his heavy breath. In the future, I will give you all my trust. It was not easy for both of you to reach on this level of calmness between relationship. If both of you don't build trust, then it can collapse at any moment. Okay then, I'm telling you, you can't doubt on me for everything. You also thoughtfully made agreement, you know, how possessive this man could be. He smiled and nodded. Even if I die, I won't doubt you anymore. He gave his words to you, however. He suddenly changed his words. You should stay away from Jonghan. What I told you was true. He's not a good person for us. I understand. You nodded. I will keep my distance from him. After knowing their past, who would thought that these two don't have enmity between them? Even Jonghan is a nice person. You are in Jungkook's side now. Then it's obvious that Jonghan is not up to good for you too. He may look gentle, but he wanted to break you and Jungkook. Even he never said any ill things towards Jungkook. You had already made decisions. You don't want Jungkook to make things difficult for you in the future. You want to live a happy life with him. If both brothers wanted to fight, then let them fight openly. You won't come between them. Why did you become suddenly so obedient? He let you go to look at your face. You blushed and his lips have a faint smile. Because I neglected you these days, made you realize that you care about me. You glare. Are not you too pleased with yourself? He raised his brow. Oh, my women took initiative to come after me. Shouldn't I have to give you all passion? You grab his cheek and press your lips on his for a short time, surprising him, and pull back to look at each other. You both stay silent. What's that? You became shy when he asked in amazingly cute tone. He grabbed your back off neck. My baby know how to be shy now. Your heart was beating faster and your breathing becomes heavier. Your stomach curls and you have some shivers. Is that how it feels to be in love? Most likely, and that's okay. You don't know what the future look like, but when the two of you became together, it's probably like this. Him pampering you with all love he have in for you. Closing your eyes, you wrapped your hands around his neck. However, your left hand was pulled down by him. The fingers that was clenched tightly slowly opened up and intervened. Your body softly snuggled into his embrace, and the sudden touch of coldness made you frown. You wanted to pull your hand, but he grabbed tightly. Jungkook, there is. You looked down and found he had diamond ring with him trying to put on your finger. This, you muttered. He simply held your wrist with other hand and seriously slid the ring on your fourth finger. His movements were gentle. You looked to the ring, shone under the moonlight. It looks beautiful. Do you like it? He asked, and you nodded, smiling. He pulled your back of neck. Will you marry me? You were stunned, then later blushed. You didn't expect he will propose to you tonight after quarrel. You bite your lower lips and wanted to answer, but this person, if you don't say anything, I will take it as you agreed. Oh, you blinked. Did I really agree? Looking at your face, he laughed softly. So you're not agreed? Well, you don't have intention to refuse it at all, but the way this man proposing feels little strange. Are you proposing me or forcing a marriage? His eyes were bright and the touch of satisfaction. What's wrong with forcing you to marry me? You are my woman. Sooner or later, you have to be my spouse. He wants to hold a ceremony and carry this woman to the venue. Your pupils contracted seeing such a domineering side of this man. In front of him, you always reverted back to your little woman's attitude that you don't want to. Who proposed like this? This is the first time I proposed. You gritted your teeth. If he experienced it second time, then he will be dead meat. Okay, then do you agree? He asked. Do I have other option? No, he shook his head a little, smiling. It's yes and yes for you, baby. So he leaned closer. Regardless of whether you are ready or not, there will be wedding going to held soon. When? The sudden news made you lost at the moment. Are you in hurry? You blushed. Who is in hurry? It's just a wedding ceremony. I have been already married with you before. Just that matter is a bit sloppy. Your name wasn't registered at that time with him. Uh, I know, baby. You don't like to blush this much. Cause you wanted to look bold like him. He suddenly stood up with you. You immediately wrapped your hands around his arms. Let's go. He was shivering. Well, you felt a bit uncomfortable cause his wet hair was rubbed against. So after he brought you into room, you went to change into another t-shirt and climbed on the bed. You laid on your side. He put his phone aside and come to embrace you, his hands encircle you. I can't breathe like this. You moved to get comfortable position. Liar, I didn't even use any strength. You felt helpless when you were seen through by him. He removed his leg. He wasn't fully putting. It's just wrapped a little, like protecting his shell. Shall we exchange then? Brawler, he scolded him. If you are not sleepy, then we can do some sleep exercises. You hit his shoulder and he laughed. I'm joking. I will kill you, you muttered. Hey, what did you say? Nothing. I'm tired. I'm sleeping. After that, you didn't say anything and closed your eyes. Jungkook exhaled heavily and wrapped his hands securely around you. Stupid. The next day, early morning, you searched for your phone under your pillow, but you didn't get your phone. You again moved your hand around and puzzled and finally opened your eyes. You saw your phone was placed on a bedside cabinet. You wanted to take your phone, but someone's hand was around your waist, stopped you. Why are you waking early? His voice was deep and hoarse. Sleep a little longer? No. You push his hand. I have to go to work. It's weekend. You don't have to go to work. You're a little confused and calculated carefully. Only then relaxed your body and laid back to snuggle. This time you put your leg on him. After long sleeps, you finally get up running your eyes. When you wake up, there is no Jungkook beside you anymore. You looked at the sea by glass door. It looks beautiful and peaceful. Maybe because you and Jungkook gotten back on good term again. You had lived here for a period of times. everything is good here. Weather, scenery, or people back then, but now you don't know about it. People here are all changed. You got down and went to fresh up. Someone knocked on the door. Madam, have you gotten up? You spat the foam and rinsed your mouth before replying, yes. Lunch is ready. Please come outside once you are done. You nodded and quickened your actions. You are embarrassed to let others wait for you. This maid is unfamiliar for you. Looking at it, there is disappointment in your eyes. Where is Bhumi? You thought that you would be able to meet Bhumi and Uncle Sai here, but didn't expect to situation change a lot. Perhaps they all have a better developments now. This way, please follow me. You nodded and follow her. Some furniture and decorations was different from before. Where is Jungkook? She never heard anyone call Jungkook by his name, so she was a little surprised. But thinking that you are a future young madam, it's not strange at all. Young Master John is waiting for young madam at dining. He just proposed last night but didn't wake me up for lunch. He's not sincere enough. After walking towards dining room, you didn't saw Jungkook. Didn't you say Jungkook is here? Another maid came to explain, Madam, that young master went to answer the call just now. Please take a seat. She respectfully pulled the chair for you. Thank you. You smile politely and sit down. What was the matter? He have to go out to answer the phone. Maids didn't expect you to be so gentle. They immediately offered you fruits and juice with sandwich. After they served you started to eat, the taste of foods were different from before, but since you are not picky on food, you eat slightly. Jungkook walked into dining and sat down beside you. You didn't wait him to eat at all. It's weekend, do you still have our work? You looked at the phone in his hand. He gave you a side glance. It's not work. Oh. Then who called you? Thinking of the call, Jungkook curled his lips slightly. You want to know so much? You immediately show him your left hand that he had put ring on your finger. I am your fiancé. You're not allowed to hide things from me. Jungkook leaned closer to whispers. I want to upgrade soon. I'm preferring for our wedding. You bite your lower lips and looked at him. Are you serious? Looking at your expression, his turned stern. Do I look like I'm joking? You shook your head as a no, be a good. He pinched your nose. You touched your nose and rubbed. Remember to inform your brother about it. You blinked your eyes. If you told your brother about you are going to get married with Jungkook, then would he chase you out of Kim family? This is the hard task for you, to tell your brother about your relationship with Jungkook. After lunch, you come back into room and sat leaning on headboard comfortably and make a phone call to Jenny. Hello, Mummy. It was Rowan who picked up the call. Hey, my Ronnie, did you eat your lunch? Mummy, are you with Dad? You blinked at your child, wanting to pat his head to smooth his hair. My Ronnie is so understanding. Dad will come to pick you up later, okay? Rowan nodded but then shook his head. Mummy, no way. Uncle told us to go home for dinner. Uncle, your brother called you for dinner? Did Rowan accidentally leak it? Thinking you coughed slightly, did you say anything to your uncle? He nodded. What did you say to your uncle? That he called you to have dinner? Mummy, I will tell you when you come to pick me up. He showed his bunny teeth. When did you learn to be so bad? You pouted. He shrugged his shoulders. I'm not bad, Mummy. He pouted back, and both mother and son are looking into great grievance. At last, you let it be. Sooner or later, your brother will find out anyway. Even Sokjin didn't know then. He would go to tell him later. Okay, forget it. Wait for Mummy to come at home. After few more words, you hung up the call. Rowan sat on the ground and started to drawing on his notebook. Jenny came bringing him snacks. Did you call your mummy just now? Mommy will come later, then we will go to uncle's house to have dinner together. Jungkook left you at your apartment since you are going to your brother's place. You don't know how long it will take you to come back. Jungkook asked to call him after you guys done with dinner. He will send his driver to pick you and Rovona. Your car was left at his company, so Jungkook asked his driver to drove you guys to convention.